Mayor One out here to the Smash FM ambassador profile here out here at Roval in particular. Of course, talking to one of our ambassadors here, and of course, well, you'll know this player pretty well. Of course, we actually had it for our last edition of the ambassador profile. Of course, last year, and of course, she joins us right now to tell us a bit about at her new club, as you can see. Of course, she joins us right now. Her name is Alyssa. She joins us right. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me again.
No worries. Well, for everyone that missed the last one that we did, tell us, where did the whole basketball journey start?
Very start, I started when I was 6. Played domestic up until I was about 11. Then finally joined rep, and that was at Casey. Played domestic at Casey as well. I played there for a total of 12 to 13 years, which was pretty well lived. And then started Big V when I was 15, and played in the women's team because I didn't have a youth league yet. Played Big V, had to stop domestic at 15 as well because they were on the same day, so had to play Big V then. Last season played in our first youth league team for Casey, that was coached by Brad, and then left Casey last year and now started at Waverley in the youth league team as well.
Now, obviously, Waverley's looking pretty good to make finals. We've got a week to go.
Yeah.
But I guess moving across to Waverley.
Yeah.
I guess, and pretty good club themselves.
Yeah.
Of course, they do fantastic well in the state champ side of things. And obviously more in VYC at the moment.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you take role as a player in the youth league as well as the coach.
Yep.
And obviously assistant as well.
Yep.
I guess, what have you learned about being there at Waverley?
I guess just adapting to the different environments and taking that extra, technically 2 steps above. And yeah, just it's completely changed my game, and the different structures, the different, game flow is completely different, and that's helped me play and help, I guess further play, and even my coaching, how I can see things from a different perspective, especially playing different levels. I think that's really helped, and that's what I wanted out of it, so yeah.
Now, we'll go for your coaching first before we talk about your playing side of things. Now, what really got you into coaching?
Well, I started coaching pretty young. I started coaching when I was about 11. Just started with an under-8s team. I guess my coach, my first ever coach, well, when I was 8, was really good. And then I had a coach, Don Orman, who coached me pretty strictly.
Yeah.
And I always respected him, and the way he explained things, that kind of reflected out on me and how I wanted to give back. And I've always kind of been that kind of person to give back. So I really wanted to do that. So he helped me coach, and I started coaching domestic under-8 boys. And then I eventually got called up one day at training. I had a coach come over and say, "Hey, I want you to assist under me. It's a rep team," and that was 4 or 5 years ago. And that was a 12-3 girls team. So started from there, and then at school we coached special needs. So that kind of grew into it a bit more, and it kind of just all came from there. Now I'm a head coach myself of 14-3 girls at Waverley.
Now, I guess when you're coaching, especially the girls in the BJBL, and obviously now, and what do you learn from that to take into your own game when you play in the Big V?
I guess especially when they watch me play, if I tell them something, I need to play what I preach, kind of thing. And I know Paul, if he's going to watch this, he'll tell me it all the time. He's always teach and preach, I guess whatever I tell them, I have to do the same when they come and watch, especially. Whether it be passing it to an outlet, I grab a rebound, pass it out to an outlet, finishing layups. They pick on me all the time, the little sass queens. But I guess just, following what I'm teaching to them, and making sure I do it out on the floor and being a role model.
Now, you mentioned about teaching and preaching side of things. I guess, how important is that to teach the kids especially when you play the game yourself? How important is that to go through those sort of steps?
I guess it's pretty important because for girls that age is a big step from going domestic to rep level. So I guess for them to even come and watch me play, and that they know that if what I'm teaching that I'm still doing on the floor, that they can eventually keep going up and play the same level as what I am. And especially being a young coach, they can see that by watching. So
now, playing this season at Waverley, more than VYC women, obviously finals just around the corner.
Yep.
And obviously looking pretty good after last weekend's game.
Yep.
I guess how surreal will it be to play finals at the highest youth league level?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think that would happen. I know pre-season when I was watching and kind of looking for teams or what I was going to do with myself, because I didn't know what I was going to do. And then I had, people say, well, why don't you go to Waverley? It's a good club, looking for players, but I did know that they were in a bit of a slump.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels pretty good to know that, I've come into that and, everything's kind of lifted, that we're going to make playoffs and hopefully we do well. But I didn't even expect to even do that. I just kind of wanted to challenge myself, see what I can do, and to even play playoffs is surreal.
Now, one player I want to speak to you about at Waverley, who I actually had privilege to interview her while we're at Waverley last, which is Mia Parsons.
Yep.
Now, obviously, she's been there for a while herself. Tell us a bit about playing alongside Mia.
Yeah, well, she's our captain this year, so she's been really good. She's helped me out a lot just to, I guess it's kind of easy finding your own feet, but I guess she's been really welcoming and especially playing with a big that, is really good at communicating, like, even in game plays, look here, I'm open here, tell me where to go, yada yada, just for her to trust me, was really forthcoming, especially coming in as an outsider, I wasn't used to it, and I guess I made that quite apparent. Yeah. But playing alongside her, she's really great player, and I really look up to her as well.
Now, I know a couple of your highlights. Now, if everyone missed the last one we've done with you, obviously you got Girls Got Game Award. I think it was the year before last.
2016.
2016. Obviously, you also won a very special award in your local area as well. Tell us which one of those is more special.
I think the Citizen of the Year award was huge, but I think without the Girls Got Game award, to really put myself out there, I think that was like my massive turning point. Like, you can actually get recognised for doing voluntary work, putting in hours that no one else sees. And I guess without that, I probably wouldn't have got the Citizen of the Year award. But it was actually, I'm grateful for them both. But I think without the Girls Got Game award, it wouldn't have kind of put myself out there. But
I guess, I don't know if I asked you this question when you got that award and when we last did this. Were you surprised at the time that you got it? And I guess with all the fantastic nominations there were, obviously not just the weekly round winners that everyone knows, but obviously other people that gets involved, especially all the girls out there that do a fantastic job. Were you surprised that you got it? Yeah,
I was 100% shocked. I knew that I was going there because I was nominated, but I knew I hadn't won because they do the screenshots and the snapshots of people winning weekly and like the under 14s that were there and stuff, and when they started, rattling off, everything that I was doing, I didn't even recognise it was me. I had no idea. They started talking about Big V, coaching, and I was like, oh, okay, that could be anyone, and then they called my name up, and my mum's looked at me and she's gone, it's you, like, you got to get up, and I'm like, no, that's not me. And they called my name out a second time, and then I was like, oh, okay, that was actually me. And I had no idea, but I just was completely shocked. Just everything that was read out and not finally been recognised for it, but to actually really realise what I was actually doing and the amount of hours I was putting in, voluntary, and it was being recognised. So,
what did it all mean to you?
Oh, well, it meant a lot to even put in hours that I don't have to do, and to be recognised for work that you don't normally want to be recognised for, and so people appreciate what you do, and yeah, so it means a lot to me and makes me want to do more. Yeah.
Now, what does the sport of basketball mean to you now?
Still means a lot. I love it too much. I guess without it, I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably still be in uni. I'm indecisive what I want to do, but I definitely will always continue basketball because of the love I have for it. But yeah, guess we'll see where things go.
Yeah. Now, what is so special about, I guess, playing at Waverley? I know you mentioned a little bit, but I'll get you to extend that.
I think the environment is so much more welcoming, and the tryouts even, I walked in there and people were waving, saying hi, and like, how are you, how you going, I've heard a lot about you, yada yada, just engaging conversation, whereas, you know, coming from another club that wasn't quite like that in the end, which was a bit sour for me. Yeah, just to even walk in and just, you know, be completely shocked, and the parents are great. Kids are always, they're a lot disciplined when I'm coaching. If they have a question, they come and ask me. I don't have parents nagging to me. They're all really happy. And even playing wise, you know, everyone gets along really well. We all play really well as a team. And for myself personally, I've got a lot out of it, playing at a high level. Even being not coached under Ilya, but he looks over, and him giving me a couple of pointers here and there, and the women's coach as well giving me pointers that I take on board, and yeah, just improving my game, and that's what I wanted out of it. So yeah, it means a lot to me, especially moving forward.
Now, what would be your advice to our listeners out there, or viewers who's watching this, that should get involved in basketball?
I think my overall advice, I think I've always given, is just to never give up, and that there is always open opportunities, whether it be shooting clinics or the pre-rep clinics, which are always advertised on Basketball Victoria and stuff, and just to give it a go, whether it be basketball or football or any sport, just to give it a go, and you can always try different sports, and but yeah, and just to not be afraid to ask questions either. I mean, I've always asked questions, probably too many at times, but I've gotten a lot out of them, and probably more than what other people would that don't ask questions. So always ask questions and don't give up.
Now, obviously you coach the kids, and obviously I'm sure there's some kids that's be watching this right now. What would be your advice to them for those who want to get to rep level?
I think to get to rep level, I think you've got to definitely play domestic, get the vibe of it if you're just starting, to try and do some clinics, get involved with the friends that do play rep, try and match their level, or even beating them at the basketball court at school, and, you know, just gain yourself a bit of confidence, and definitely prepare yourself for tryouts, and whether it be, you know, practicing your right and left hand layups, no matter how old you are, and you know, it's the one thing that coaches look for is whether you can make a layout, whether you can shoot a free throw, or whether you can handle the ball, pass the ball, you know, just basic fundamentals, which you can gain from domestic. Just having a bit of fun and getting a grasp of basketball, and yeah, just to take that next level, I think you're going to refine those.
Now let's get to know a bit about you. Firstly, favourite food?
Ooh. This is going to sound weird, but my favourite food is sweet potato. I don't know why, I just love roasted sweet potato.
Don't worry, I like that as well, so don't worry. Favourite drink?
Ooh. Favourite drink? I'm going to go hot drink. I love a caramel latte.
Yes, I did notice you.
Yeah.
Did notice you ordered one of those.
Well, I work at a cafe, so it's kind of hard to escape. It's always just there, so
yeah,
it's pretty good.
Favourite destination?
Ooh, favourite destination? I have to say America. I loved New York. Loved everything about it. Loved that you could go and sightsee. It's literally the city that never sleeps.
Yes.
You lay there at night and it's bright outside. And
that's right.
It's just strange. And yeah, but I do love the country. My parents are from the country. I love that they're from Benalla, so
okay, yeah,
very rural. But yeah, so like bit of both, bit of city, bit of country. But yeah, definitely New York.
No, I agree with you. I love New York.
Yeah,
I've been there myself, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's great. It's good.
Now, favourite movie?
Ooh, favourite movie. not sure. There's a lot of movies. I watched Deadpool 2 a couple of weeks ago, and that was hilarious. Wouldn't say it's my favourite, but it was pretty good. I do love the Star Wars series. I'm a bit of a nerd, but I do like the Star Wars series.
Which one of those?
Well, the newest one that I watched, which was the oh god, I've got his name. The one with Chewbacca.
Yep.
And him starting. Han Solo. The newer one. That was really good. So yeah, I watched that one. That was probably one of my favourites. Yep.
Now, favourite actor or actress?
Ooh, actress. I love Jennifer Lawrence. She's one of my favourites. 100%. She's just funny and outgoing, and I think that's totally me. Funny, outgoing, and just not afraid if she screws up. She's just, that was totally me. And yeah, just lives with it.
Finally, I found someone who loves Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, I love Jennifer Lawrence. And she loves food, so I do love my food.
She does. Now, favourite artist?
As in singer?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Chris Brown. I love Chris Brown since I was 7, before all that commotion happened. So, commotion. I was going to call it commotion. But it was actually really upsetting when we did the American tour of 15-16 with Casey. Our last destination was LA. The night we were leaving, he was going into LA, and I cried for an hour. I was so upset. I've never met him because he come to Australia. But yeah, I was so upset.
Now I'm gonna have to ask favourite song.
Ooh. At the moment, or just overall?
Both.
Ooh. Favourite song. Oh, this is difficult. I actually like "Lovely" at the moment by Billie Eilish. That's really good. It's a good song at the moment. Oh, and 5 Seconds of Summer.
Oh, yes.
They'll always be my favourite. Any song of theirs is my favourite. And Chris Brown, obviously.
Yeah. I was going to be surprised if you didn't mention that.
Well, there's a lot of songs from Chris Brown, so...
Yeah.
And they're all just my favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not one song that I don't like. Which is really bad. That's all I have on shuffle in my car. It's just Chris Brown, a bit of 5 Seconds of Summer, and I'm good.
Well, I was going to ask you about my next question is, what is the most played song on that playlist pre-game?
Oh, pre-game. Drake. I listened to Drake pre-game.
Why do I know this was going to come up?
Drake, Chris Brown, who else? Kendrick Lamar. Who else is there? I can't think of any more. Bit of ASAP, Rocky.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. It's probably not the greatest pre-game mix.
Yeah.
But bit of everything.
There's something with Drake that's on everyone's playlist.
It's so good.
Now, am I assuming one of those is God's Plan?
No.
Oh!
No, I don't have God's Plan. I have a Jumpman. That's a good one.
That's another one that's been, yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, favourite hobby outside of basketball?
I think I said this last interview, and it's definitely football. Definitely football. I'm back playing football. Played 2 games in.
Best on ground? Sorry.
Me and my sister were both best on ground. But I hurt my knee 12 months ago, and 12 months later I'm back playing it again. Why? I don't know. Why? I don't know. Just love playing, so can't help it.
Is it to try to beat your sister?
No,
Okay.
I could never beat her. She's way too good. She can play any bit of the ground and just kills it. She'll definitely play AFL. Easy. She's too good.
Big shout out, Nicola.
Big shout out.
Now, I guess favourite TV show?
I have a lot.
Top 5 favourite TV show?
I like The Good Wife.
Yep.
At the moment, I like House Rules.
Oh.
That's a good one at the moment.
Yes.
There's a lot of debacle.
Yes.
I watch
that.
Riverdale and 13 Reasons Why.
Yep.
I'm all updated with that. I actually like MasterChef because it's food. Just can't help it.
Yes, I do like 2 of those shows you just mentioned.
Yeah, they're very good.
That's right. Now, any pre-game superstition on game day?
I can't even eat before a game, but I make sure that it's really weird. I always make sure my socks are the same and my shoelaces are the same. I have hair ties around my shoes.
Yep.
In case one snaps. It's happened before. It was really bad. I had my hair in braids, and then I had to put them in a bun. So I had 3 hair ties. All 3 snapped in one game.
Right.
All 3. So now I have hair ties on my shoes, and I make sure that my laces are tucked in so they don't untie.
I've never seen you do that.
Haven't you?
No.
I make sure before I go on that my laces are tucked into those hair ties because they wrap around my shoe like that.
Yeah.
And I tuck my laces in so they don't untie.
Ah.
So it's a pretty life hack. But yeah.
Right, I think I'll make sure I'll get out to a Waverley game next couple of weeks. So,
But even in warm-ups, I'm going to make sure that I make a 3 from every point. Otherwise, I don't reckon I'm going to play well. But I make sure that I make a 3 from every point.
Yep.
And yeah, just get a good warm-up in, make sure I do everything. Like I do my ball handling. I get a lot of shots up before the game. I get there earlier to get shots up. And yeah, just to do different stuff like that.
Favourite ice cream flavour while we're here at
Macca's.
Macca's?
I love choc hazelnut, but my favourite at the moment is Milo. I love Milo ice cream.
Yes, I agree. That's my favourite ice cream flavour too.
I get it from Cold Rock and I mix Nerds.
Ah,
Nerds and Milo.
I've never ever tried that.
It is really good. Nerds and Milo. You get the crunch from the Nerds.
Yes. It's 2 of my favourite confectionery items.
Yeah.
Now, throughout your whole time in the Big B, is there top 3 players that you played against? We'll talk about with in a minute. That you played against, that's been your toughest opponents.
As in players or just teams?
Players.
Players? Just trying to think.
We'll talk about the teams in a minute.
Yeah. I guess even from last season, the MVP from Sunbury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chloe Angrove, yep.
Yeah, Chloe Angrove. She was really good. Just super athletic, and I never personally played on her, but I had to help most times. And she was just tough to beat. She shot the ball over her head, and she just got off the ground really well, so she was really tough. Also 5 from last year, Ellie Coots.
Yes.
Yeah, same thing, just athletic, gets to the basket. I guess we play half the same. Just really tough and yeah, just makes her way to the basket, gets it up there, and it's just like, how does she do that? But yeah, she's got real skill. Just trying to think, even someone from this league. I'm still learning players from our league.
No, fair enough.
I'm just trying to think. I can't think of anyone from our league. I just don't know names.
No, that's all right.
There's Valenti.
Valenti, yep.
Valenti from Melbourne Tigers. Yeah, no, she's really good. She can handle the ball, and I mean, with my knee, I can't really play defense that well on guards. So I'm normally on the shooters to play cat and mouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, she can handle the ball really well and just can shoot from anywhere. So yeah, she's really tough.
Similar question I'm going to ask, but this time that you played with. Who's the top 3 players that you played with?
That were tough?
Just, I guess, great teammates
Yeah.
to play with.
Well, I'll give you another shout out to my best friend, Jess McConkey. She was really good to play with. I mean, we grew up together and always played either in the same team or against each other, and we always, I guess, gelled really well. She was big, so it was just a big get to guard. I'd give it to her in the post and know that she could make it. So I think we had a really good connection, so we were always really good. I loved playing with Steph Leclerc last year.
Yes.
Very good defender. Still, I think one of the best defenders I've played with. Very rarely fouls. I know she found out a couple of weeks ago because I was out with her and she was telling me about it.
Yes.
That's a different story.
Yep.
But yeah, she very rarely fouls, just gets the ball cleanly and can finish it off most of the time. So she was definitely a good player that I like playing with. And I like to play with Taz. I'll mention Taz.
Yep.
Taryn. just a really good leader and helped me,
That's right.
especially coming to the Big V program. I was very intimidated. Didn't think I would even get a chance to play, and then ended up playing the grand final.
That's right, you did too.
Yeah, that was quite a hectic game.
Yes.
But yeah, without her help, you know, guiding me through, doing what a guard needs to do with a big, to now help me now that I know what to look before I make a shot, before I make a drive, you know, at least admire the post. Whereas I never used to play with the post. So I guess, yeah, I'll always admire Taz for that as well.
The top 5 teams that you played against, it was the toughest opponents that you played as a team. Top 5 teams.
So just like the toughest games.
Toughest games / teams that you played against.
So we versed Diamond Valley this year. I think you were interviewing that game.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you won. Yep.
Yeah, that
Talk
was
about
tough.
that one in a minute.
Yeah, we won by 2 points, a point in overtime. Oh no, didn't quite get to overtime. It was meant to go to
It
overtime.
was meant to go over time.
So I had shot the 3 to put us just up by a point, and then they scored.
Yep.
And we had the ball back, made a baseline play for Nia Locke,
Yes.
and she miraculously scored off it. I have no idea how. We all don't know how. She didn't know how.
No.
And at first I thought, oh my god, that's going to hit the top of the backboard. And it
I
just
think we all did.
It softly just fell in, and we were all. So I think that was probably one of our best highlights, but definitely one of the toughest games we've had.
Yep.
Especially team-wise, we were coming from a slump at that point, and ever since that game, we've just been inclining, knowing what we needed to refine, especially. And they had all their Seagull players playing.
That's right.
So it was really
You're
big.
right, yep.
It was a big eye opener for us, especially that we can actually beat one of the top teams if we put stuff together and really work together as well. So that was probably one. Last year, probably playing Sunbury. That was in Division 2. The first time we played them was really good. I mean, we won by 4 points, I think.
That's right. Yep.
And yeah, I think same thing. We played really well, but they were just really tough. And then the next time we versed them, they got us just before finals. And yeah, just we were really always neck and neck and the favourites to make finals, the grand finals, but didn't quite end up that way.
No.
But different story.
Yes.
But yeah, they were definitely a very tough competitor for us, and yeah, they got us in the end. So yeah.
Because Sunbury's looking good in Youth League 1, so you might see them again next season, depending on how they go.
Definitely.
But, and one final one before I let you go. Of course, I'd be missing me to ask this last question.
Yeah.
Of course, if everyone watched this Ambassador Profiles in the past, everyone knows what this next question will be. Ask this one, which is, how special is to be part of the Smash fan family as an ambassador?
Oh, it is very, very special to me, Will. I guess without you and I guess letting me speak about, you know, the awards and what I've done, I guess no one really know who I am. But yeah, and just to have you at games, commentating and even being known as an ambassador is really good, and yeah, no, I really appreciate it.
No worries. Well, Alyssa, thank you so much for joining us.
problem.
Best of luck for the rest of this year. Obviously, one game to go in the regular season before finals the following week, and obviously Waverley's probably going to be there anyway.
Yeah.
First time in the club's history to do so. So best of luck.
Thank you for
let's
that.
hope you can come home with the trophy at the end of it.
Yeah, I hope so. Thanks heaps for having me.
No worries, and we'll be back for more right after this. Don't go away.